Hi folks, here I am. I'm out at a lake called Horseshoe Lake. Forgive me, I'm indulging. I smoked for 48 years, had a major heart attack, and they told me I couldn't smoke anymore. I said, well, okay, just as long as I don't have to smoke any less, I guess. But what I did was I switched to these little cigars, and I get to have one. I reward myself. If I behave, I get 4 of these a day, and this is my smoke break. So, for those of you that don't like smoking, I fully understand. And for those of you that are young and have never smoked, don't start. Take my word for it. It is not a habit you want to pick up. Do not start smoking. It's not good for you. Well, here I am out at Horseshoe Lake. I got part of a day off. And it was a beautiful day. It's nice and cool. So I thought, well, I'm going to take a ride. And I thought, well, I'm going to run up to Horseshoe Lake. It's quite a ways up in here. And this area is technically considered a dispersed day use area. It's open from like 8 in the morning till 10 at night. It's not gated or anything, but you're not allowed to camp in here. You're only allowed to use it during the day. To come in here and to just enjoy the area. There's a picnic table or two and benches looking out over the lake. And the lake has a good population of panfish, and it's got northern pike in it. It's a fairly good sized lake. It's not huge by any means. It's maybe about 8 acres. And it's rather deep. It's a fairly deep lake. And over on the other side of the lake, there's a campground that's also been closed. And I'm going to run over there and take a look at it. And that campground was for people on horseback. Specifically for people on horseback. But they closed it down. So I'm going to drive over there and take a peek at it and see if I can figure out why. This area they closed, technically closed, because of lack of funds. So isn't that just the way it goes? So, I mean, they got a little outhouse right there, but they got it all boarded up tight so that nobody can use it. So yeah, they've pretty much so shut this spot down. And right here, there's an area or fire pit where people have been burning and stuff during the day. But yeah, it's limited use. But here it is. So this video is just about my trip to Horseshoe Lake. Right after this, you'll see me driving in here with the little drive in here. And then I'll be jumping right over to where that campground is. So thanks for tagging along, folks. Well, we're getting pretty close to the lake now. I made the turn off, and the road was a little bit lousy there where I turn off on this stretch. These roads, the Park Service has a road grader come through here usually twice a year. They'll come through here towards the end of May, and then they'll come back through here on the end of the season, just before hunting season. Okay. Former site of CCC Camp Horseshoe, Company 3653 from 1933 to 1942. we're going to drive down into this area. Now this is just like a day use area. A lot of people, horseback riders would come in here, and there's a sign right there that says no horses beyond this point. So don't take your horse down there. Okay, I'm gonna go sit here and look out over the lake for a little while before we mosey on anymore. Well, I'm gonna park better, just in case I have another vehicle come in. I'm gonna sneak around through here, I think, if I can. Oh, I don't think I'm going to get around that. Yeah, there's a washout in there, so I'm going to just back up here. And I'm going to nose in. Right up here. That way if anybody shows up, I'm out of the way. That's the lake. I'm going to get out, take a little stroll, I think, look the lake over, and then we're going to drive around to where the old campground was at, see if I can get into it. So let's jump out of the truck here. Well, folks, what I did was I hiked around from there. That's where I was filming, was over on that point when I first got here. And I just hiked around a little portion of the lake here because I recalled there was another like picnic day use spot, and I wanted to see if it was still here. And lo and behold, oops, sorry about that. Dropped my hiking stick, so lo and behold, there it is. There's a picnic table, which is nice. And there's a fire pit. And it's a good one. It's a huge fire ring. It says U.S. Forest Service on it, of course. So, boy, the sun's coming out just bright now. So there's the view of the lake from up here on the hill by the picnic table. And it's got a nice sandy access right here. So if a person wanted to carry a kayak back in here, which wouldn't be very far, it would be great. Now over there is where that campground is located. So I'm going to head on over there and see what's up with that campground. So that's this side of the lake, and maybe I can get close enough to the lake from the campground to take a picture from that direction. We'll see you over there. Now to get to the other side of Horseshoe Lake and to that campground, I have to drive down this road a piece. Then I gotta take another a whole totally different road that runs around to the south side of the lake. And the entrance to the campground is down that way somewhere. Now, this is the worst area in coming in here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. Whoa. There's some big truck-sized potholes. I'm glad it's dry. These roads can be a real bummer to drive on if it's raining hard, because all this sugar sand, boy, it just swallows you right up. Yeah, it's really nice out today. It's in the, oh, I'd say the low 50s. So it's really comfortable. Yeah, these roads haven't gotten any worse over the years. They haven't gotten any better, but they haven't gotten any worse. I've actually seen these roads in worse condition. Hopefully they haven't, oh no, here it is. I was going to say, hopefully they haven't eliminated the access road, but it's here. Yeah, it's getting late in the day. It's 5:30 in the evening already. Oh, we got some folks out here with their horses. I don't know if you saw it on the camera off to the left, but here's the access, and it says closed for the season. Well, we're going to take us a walk down. Well, folks, I'm on the opposite side of the lake. Where I was earlier filming was way over there. I had to drive out and around and all the way back to get over here. Now I'm up on a quite large hill here. It goes way down, flattens out a little bit and heads over to the lake. And this is where the campground is. The thing is, this campground is an Aquarian campground. It's for people with horses. This isn't your average normal campground. It says no horses beyond this point. That's because they don't want horses down at the lake. But all over this area, there's hitching posts, and there's the restrooms right there. And this is just a drive around circle. We'll walk back this way. I had to hike in because the gate's up. The campground is closed. I was talking to a fella and his wife. They were out horseback riding today, and he was wondering if they're even going to open the campground this year. It was closed all last year. Why, we don't know. It looks like someone's been in here doing some kind of maintenance, but it's a really nice campground. I mean, it's got a well. That's a well house, actually. And back there is the outhouses. Vault toilets. And then all along this hillside is campsites. There's 11 of them, and each one is designed where a person can have up to 8 horses at their campsite. Now I see way down there, there's a dumpster down there. A couple of dumpsters. But this is a beautiful camp area, especially for those folks that want to get out with their horses and enjoy the outdoors with their horses. There are a lot of actual horse trails out here. I can't remember exactly, but I thought there were 10 horse trails total that are directly connected to this campground. And this is the way out. Now, I'm parked way up and around on the top of this hill over here. Because as I said, the gate is closed and locked. So I'm going to head on out to the truck. Seen enough of the horse campground, so I'll see you out at the truck. Well, folks, there you have it. Sty's little afternoon get out and about. As I said, I got a half a day off, so I got headed out this way. I didn't get headed out here until about 3:30. It's 7 o'clock now and the sun's setting, getting ready to set. So I gotta go home, and I have to work again tomorrow. Poop. But I work tomorrow, and then I have the next 2 days off. And if the weatherman's right, the weather is supposed to be good. So I think I'm going to get out in the woods and do a little bit. And I'll bring you all along on that. So I'm actually getting out more than I thought I was going to. So that's good. Sty's happy. So thanks for tagging along, and hope you liked Horseshoe Lake. And I might come camp out in this area sometime, do some stealth camping, because there's no open campgrounds. And but if I slide in and do some stealth camping, leave no trace, who's to know, right? So this is Steinor saying, it's the end of the day, but for what's left, you all have a nice day. Bye-bye.